Welcome to this explainer. Okay, picture this. You've got 4 established accounting firms, and they pull off the absolute perfect merger. I'm talking years of planning, bulletproof legal due diligence, a slick new name, a gorgeous website, the whole shebang. On paper, it's literally flawless. But they made one tiny, absolute deal breaker of a mistake. They totally forgot to tell Google.
So, what actually happens when you execute this massive, beautiful integration, but completely neglect your digital footprint? The firm just dropped a fortune on new branding, they've updated the regulators, sent out all those client communications, but because nobody actively managed their Google business profiles during the transition, they've accidentally created a massive, completely invisible problem for themselves online. And the result? You get ghosts. Seriously. If a prospect searches for any of those legacy firm names, they don't see that shiny new merged brand you just spent months building. Nope, they are led straight to dead, disconnected ghost profiles. 3 of the old Google business profiles are still sitting out there, live, with different names, totally different sets of reviews, and literally zero connection to the new firm.
Let's look at the crime scene, searching for these ghosts.
Right, so here is the highly fragmented Google landscape for our newly merged firm. First off, you've got the new profile. It exists, sure, but the reviews are super thin and honestly, it looks like a startup. It's wild how a multi-million-dollar merger can leave you with a digital storefront that looks like it was thrown together yesterday, completely hiding decades of combined experience. Then we have ghost number 1. This one's still rocking the old brand name, hoarding years of glowing client reviews, and makes absolutely zero mention of the merger. Ghost number 2? Different old name, but it's actively collecting recent reviews from confused clients, totally disconnected from the new brand. Ghost number 3 is just a searchable dead end. And ghost number 4, this is the real kicker. It's an unclaimed, auto-generated duplicate pulled from directory data, sitting there with 0 reviews. So you have 5 scattered profiles. The ghosts are hoarding all your social proof, while the actual firm looks completely unestablished.
Let's see how this actually plays out in the real world with 3 prospects, Sarah, James, and Emma. Sarah's a returning client. She Googles the old name she remembers, clicks a ghost profile, calls a dead number, and instantly feels disconnected. Her brand experience just tanked. Then there's James, a referred prospect. He searches the legacy name, hits a ghost profile with an outdated phone number and no link to the new firm. Naturally, he compares this ghost to local competitors who actually have complete active profiles, and he goes with them. Finally, Emma. She's comparison shopping. She sees your thin new profile, but then stumbles on a ghost with a ton of reviews under a different name. She gets confused by the inconsistency and she simply moves on. This merger was supposed to make the firm stronger, but it's actively costing them prospects right there on page 1 of Google.
Which brings us to part 2, the very real cost of all this confusion.
We really need to talk about these hidden digital costs because they are brutal. First, review fragmentation. Your absolute best reviews are scattered to the wind, making your new firm look totally unestablished. Second, trust erosion. Prospects crave consistency, right? Multiple conflicting names just destroy their confidence. Third, your local ranking gets diluted. Google sees all these duplicates and might actually suppress your real profile in the search results. Fourth, and frankly, this one is alarming. Unclaimed ghost profiles are incredibly vulnerable to hijacking. A malicious actor or even a competitor can just swoop in, claim that unguarded ghost profile, and redirect your website links to themselves. And finally, lost client touchpoints. Every single review left on a ghost is an interaction your firm never sees, can't respond to, and can't use.
It all leads to this incredibly painful realization. The merged firm is paying for 4 reputations and getting credit for none of them. Think about that for a second. Decades of hard-earned client trust, amazing testimonials, all that local goodwill, just completely wasted, simply because it's sitting on profiles the firm no longer controls. So why exactly does this happen? Let's get into part 3.
Well, it basically boils down to this. Merger checklists cover contracts and compliance. They do not cover Google business profiles. Your legal due diligence covers liabilities, IP, real estate, but the single most visible digital asset you own is just not on any checklist. Plus, Google doesn't automatically detect mergers. There's no magical "we merged" button for their algorithm. And because no single department takes clear ownership, these old profiles just kind of feel harmless and they fall right through the cracks. Now, the biggest barrier to fixing this is honestly just a false assumption. Firms assume that cleaning up this mess means getting stuck on the phone with Google, that it'll take weeks of painful back and forth, and that it's just way too complicated to bother with. But the reality? It's completely straightforward, it's highly documented, and it takes hours, not weeks. It really just requires someone to step up, Say, "I got this," and take methodical ownership of the process.
Let's dive into part 4, the blueprint. Here is the 5-step fix.
All right, here is your step-by-step game plan. Step 1, audit every single legacy profile. Search the old firm names, partner names, the old street addresses. Trust me, you are going to find ghosts you had no idea existed. Step 2, claim every ghost. You have to go through Google's ownership request process because you simply cannot fix what you don't control. Step 3, mark those ghosts as permanently closed. Step 4, respond to every single review on those profiles before you close them. And finally, Step 5, update the new profile to actually reflect the combined history and services of all the legacy firms, and ask your legacy clients to drop a review on the new page.
Now, I need to pause right here and issue a massive blinking red light warning regarding Step 3. Never, ever delete a ghost profile. If you hit delete, you erase that review history entirely. Poof, gone. You must only mark these profiles as permanently closed. Doing it this way preserves those hard-earned historical reviews while sending a crystal-clear signal to both Google and your prospects that the business no longer operates at that specific entity.
And for Step 4, responding to reviews, this is exactly how you flip a dead end into a really powerful client communication tool. Before you close the ghost, reply to the reviews with something like, "Thank you so much. Please note that legacy firm has now merged to form new firm name. You can find our new profile here," and then drop the link. That simple action catches confused prospects, honors your past clients, and effectively funnels everyone straight toward your shiny new unified brand.
Moving on to part 5, zooming out to look at the larger pattern.
Over 300. That's how many firms have been audited, and let me tell you, this exact pattern of neglected merger ghosts shows up in almost every single one that has grown through acquisition. Literally, the more mergers a firm has had, the more ghosts are out there haunting their local search presence. And the craziest part of all this, the reviews just sitting unused on these ghost profiles are often excellent, 5-star, genuine testimonials built up over years. So, what you should really take away from this is a sense of empowerment. Having ghost profiles is not a branding failure. It's not a strategy failure. It is simply an attention failure. No one inside the firm had the full picture, but the second someone takes ownership and applies this fix, the firm sees an immediate improvement. You get a cleaner search presence, consolidated reviews, and significantly fewer confused prospects bouncing to your competitors.
Finally, part 6, taking control with VindMyBusiness.
So, here are your next steps. The resources for today's explainer come from VindMyBusiness, and they specialize exclusively in Google business profiles for accounting and bookkeeping firms. They're the ones who audited those 300-plus firms, and they've put together some incredible complete guides to help you navigate the claiming, verification, and review processes. You can grab their free GBP scorecard at vindmybusiness.com/scorecard.html. You can also read their deep dives at unclaimed.bearblog.dev, or if you really want to get into the weeds, take their highly practical free 17-lesson masterclass at unclaimed.bearblog.dev/free-GBP Masterclass-for accounting firms.
I'm going to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought to chew on today. Is an invisible ghost profile actively hijacking your firm's hard-earned legacy right now? As soon as this explainer ends, open Google Maps. Search your legacy firm names. Search your old partner names. Find out exactly what's lurking in those search results and take control of your digital footprint before it costs you another client. Thanks so much for joining me today, and happy hunting.